Hey y'all, what's up? Obedience Challenge Day 5. We are back with our check-in videos. Saturdays and Sundays we're doing a check-in video to see where we're at, to talk further about those stuck points, and also gives you time of the other days that you may not have completed the assignments. Hey y'all, if you're new here, my name is Ana Tivisayo Biojo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome into the familia. Make sure you subscribe and, turn on the notifications and all the good things, especially if you're doing this obedience challenge with us. It's called Obey Anyway. And we are really focusing on the things that we've put to the side, instructions that God has given us that have just been sitting on the shelf, dreams that have been sitting on the shelf, waiting for perfect conditions. If my words can find me, that'd be great. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? But there are certain things that we have not done, that we've postponed for too long. And it's time to get them off the shelf. It's time to get them out of the Google Drive. It's time to get the stuff out of our house and declutter. It's time to, save the money. It's time to, whatever it is, serve your husband, serve your wife, serve your kids, do a one-on-one time with them every single day, or family did whatever it is that God has called you to do. And I'm naming all of that because God doesn't only call you to like write books and do speaking engagements, and although he does do that, he also calls you to get your house in order, to get your health in order. And there's many things that we've been ignoring for too long, and I felt a sense of urgency with this obedience challenge. So I'm being obedient. I'm showing up daily, live on YouTube, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday will be a check-in video. We're having assignments every single day to push us to dig deeper as to why we haven't been obedient. Motivation / digging a little deeper. And if you want to go further and you need help, there are certain things that are blocking you, that have been blocking you for way too long, and you're not going to be able to push past it. You need support. Join the incubator. It starts tomorrow on Monday, actually. I wish I could know the date. Let me see. Monday. Is that Monday the 11th? I know some people are going to watch the replay, but I'll put all the information in the description, and I want you to join us. It starts tomorrow, and even if you're a few days late in joining, that's okay. I'm going to block it off at a certain time. Again, information will be in the description below, but we have played games for way too long, and so it's time to lock in. If you want to shut down distractions, if you want to get to work on yourself and that which God is calling you to do, and really have support around that, the incubator is for you. If you feel like you've been in survival mode and you've been stuck in that place, going around like a hamster going around in a wheel, this is for you to get support. No shame, no condemnation, just genuine support. We start that tomorrow. And so that information will be in the description, like I said. But, every single day that we show up and we do this obedience challenge, stuff is going to come up, right? For me, it's like having to show up live and having to do videos and not having it perfect. There's always something that's going to come up. It's like, why do you want it to be perfect? Do you not trust that God is going to show up and speak to you through you, or that people are going to watch it, or whatever it is that comes up, and really taking the time to process that. The thing about it is this: unless you do it and do the challenge and show up, you're not going to be able to deal that. And some of you all are avoiding the triggers. You're avoiding the triggers and you're avoiding the work because it's a lot. And you've been doing that for a while. It's a lot of like avoidance. That's something that for the past year, God has been like really ringing, especially in the wives community. Is like, I'm just gonna avoid it. I'm gonna do whatever else. And you're doing a lot of good things maybe, or like whatever it is, but just avoiding what's coming up. It's like writing the book. Stuff comes up and you're like, I'd rather not deal with it. So I'm going to avoid it, and I'm going to avoid putting the book, out there. But there are consequences to our disobedience, and our lives are a reflection of disobedience or obedience. I spent some good amount of time in disobedience land, and it's not fun. There was a time, if we're being honest, and again, I'll share every single day a story of obedience, mostly obedience, but today I feel the need to share disobedience, because I'm so gung-ho on obedience because I've been obedient, but also because I've been disobedient because of survival mode. But God moved us from Massachusetts to Georgia, and in Georgia there was a point where things were very uncomfortable, and we did not stop to ask God, where should we go next? not only did we just assume we were supposed to stay in Georgia, but it was difficult. We had small kids, our boys had made connections, and we had built some, some semblance of village and connection. And we had made some friendships. There wasn't a lot of people, but it was like some good people. And we can't move back to Massachusetts. Where would we go? And instead of asking God, we stayed, we remained, we moved from the place that we were at to another house up the street. It was the roughest season of my life, I think. It was rough. There's no other way to put it. People are like, oh, you shouldn't like say that, blah, blah. No, it was rough. We can be honest about our feelings. I think many times we just want to be over spiritual, and that's a major thing, is over spiritualizing emotions and over spiritualizing the work. Like, no, it was hard. We don't stay in the depths of the feelings, right? We don't decide from them, but we have to acknowledge them and make room for them. It's what makes us human. And so it was an extremely difficult season. It was everything you can think of would go wrong because we were not in the will of God. We were not in the will of God. And so, we were our kids were in the wrong teams, not in the right schools. And there were some things that would go well when one of our kids had, some of our kids had great support at school and they thrived. And, God is still good and he's still faithful, even when you're disobedient. But there's a thing when you're not in alignment that you'll experience this chaos. There will not be peace. And so that was really hard, and it stays with me. And it's a reason why, there's many reasons why, right? I think about God's faithfulness and his, how good he is when, in general, but especially when I've been obedient. I have evidence of that, but I also have evidence of that I'm like, I never want to do that again. So I'd rather take a step and get it wrong than be disobedient, because that's different. If you're following God and you take a step, many times we get stuck in overthinking, but if you take a step by faith that you think it's him, he'll guide you and he can direct you, because you're doing it because I think that's him, as opposed to staying stuck and like, I'm not doing anything, because then you're being disobedient. Do you understand what I mean? Take the step by faith and let God guide you, direct you, turn you. He'll tell you to turn left, turn right, but he can't tell you where to turn if you're stuck still, not moving. So that is obedience. Obey anyway. Day 5. I know stuff is rough. I know you may not be feeling it. I know you may be feeling it one day and not the other. Sit with your emotions and be real with God. I'm not saying just push through. This is not this type of challenge. This is a obey anyway, and also make room for your emotions, because where we make room to process and take care of ourselves mentally and emotionally, that's when we can better steward the next season and what's coming, and better steward, what we'll reap from being obedient. Many times we won't know what we will reap. That's not why we're doing it, but we have to be better stewards and we have to prepare for that. And that starts with taking care of ourselves mentally and emotionally, not just putting it on the rug. So that is our talk, our chat. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be live. And hopefully by the time I do this, I'll have, well, no, not by the time I do this, I'll have the descriptions updated on the YouTube channel for all of the videos, so that we can have the dates, so we're in alignment with all of that. No matter when you joined, even if you joined way past the time that we've been done, you can still do this on your own. But I really hope y'all are doing this with me. This is going to stretch us, it's going to challenge us, but we will accomplish this together. It's the whole point of doing it live, so that we could do it together. But I love y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow live. I'll be live at 12 p.m. CST. Bye, y'all.